Alright, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be going on an FSD drive with FSD 13.2.9. Hopefully we'll have 14 soon, but I wanted to try a few different locations. I got three destinations here that we'll go to, and I will try not to talk so much as I often do. Also, let me know what you think about the dark screen being on dark mode versus light mode. It is not that dark out, although it is starting to rain a little bit, so it's a little bit darker than it would be normally, but it's definitely daytime, so the screen would normally be white. Just let me know whether this is preferred for these drives or whether we should go back to just the auto mode as well. And also I did change the settings so that it should do the FSD visualizations as a whole. So here we go. Guess I'll have to change that setting a little bit. I forgot I had to tap the brake to confirm. We are in just a parking lot here. So starting off in a neighborhood, and we will end in a neighborhood. All right, so there's no light here. This is two lanes on either side of cross traffic. So a pretty tough situation. Usually I would actually try not to be at this intersection, but all right, on the left it's going to be clear here. On the right it is not. So we could go out into the middle there, and that's what it's decided to do. Oh, now it's going all the way. It found a gap. All right. That was good. It was patient, and it found a good gap to go all the way. It really could have just stayed out in the median, but it took the safe move and just went all the way. All right, so there's a turn signal there for no turn. I guess that's okay, but didn't get over, and there's definitely not a turn there, so a little weird. Now I do have the speed offset at 40%, which is the recommended offset, so I may have to slow it down sometimes. We are right now going a 40 and a 35, but I don't really like trusting it to go within a reasonable speed. So that's why typically for my own driving, keep it between 10-15% offset, because that's about the most I'm comfortable at going over the speed limit. And I definitely don't like it to be on, say, a 25 or something going 35. That's no good. So we'll see how it does with that. So far, so good. So our destination is coming up on the right. It is actually just a large office building. So I don't know where exactly it's going to stop around this business. But it's a Sunday, so it's not busy. So we can kind of let it do whatever it's going to do. Which kind of an odd, if it stops out here, it's kind of a weird place to stop, but and it's going to attempt to park. Okay, so it parked. It parked terribly. There's no cars. It could have parked in any of the spaces, but of course it parked on top of the line, so I'm in 2 spaces. I don't know why it does that, but obviously I would need to correct that. So I could just, and you can even see it on the visualization there, where the lines are. So correct it a little bit. Anyway, doesn't matter. That's it for that destination. And so next we will go to the, see, we're going to Target next. Signal to go out of the space. There's a couple of little speed bumps here. Ugh, I don't like those kind of speed bumps. So it looks like we're going to go out the way we came in, which is fine. It's just the right amount of rain that it would actually be nice if it would wipe the windshield a little bit more frequently. Usually the auto wipers wipe when they don't need to, or frantically when they could just wipe every so often. But this particular rain seems to be just the right amount to make it not wipe enough. At least for my preference. I mean, obviously if it can see, you can see, and that's fine. But I would be more frequently wiping the windshield. was... Ugh. All that was handled very smoothly. I don't know what these people are doing. Got a little dog. It's actually raining a little bit better now. So far, I've actually been very happy with the 40% offset. That is the recommended offset. So I guess maybe I should try using it a little bit more. Yeah, I guess I just wasn't really trusting it with the 40% offset. But we will drive a little bit in some neighborhood streets again, so we'll see. I mean, right now it's going a little bit faster than I would probably want it to go. But a lot of people drive 55, 60 on this road, even though it's 45. We do need to be in the right lane, so I think it should just... It'd be my preference to just go ahead and be in the right lane, since we're going to be turning right, but it likes to hang out in the left lane for some reason. There it goes. Alright, so that'll be good, but could have just stayed in the right lane the whole time, really. Okay, so it can turn in this way, and we could go... I don't know why it's not going. Oh, it's all right. I'm gonna have to disengage it. All right, so I had to disengage it because it actually was going to go across that intersection instead of turning here. Interesting. All right, so that was a disengagement, and it's really because you can't go straight across there. It's a turn only lane right there. Now the lines were faintly painted, but across the way those lines are very clear. You're not supposed to be crossing that intersection in that lane. And also the people behind us that wanted to turn definitely would not be happy with us just waiting for the light to turn green and us go straight across from the turn lane. So that was an unfortunate disengagement. Not a safety critical one, just one where, you know, I wanted it to be following the rules instead of what it was trying to do there. All right, so we are at target. So again, unfortunate that we had to disengage for that right up there when we were right at target. But here we are. See if it's going to park or if it's just going to stop out front. If it is going to stop in front of target, I will actually go ahead and make it go. Yeah. All right. It actually honked at me because I stopped, which is fine. I think it was just going to stop in front of target instead of parking, which is fine if I was being dropped off and if it was actually full self-driving and the car could just park itself, but at this point it cannot. All right, so we will go ahead and start from park again. Again, this is the final stop here. We did have that disengagement. Hopefully that will be the only disengagement. We'll see how it does, especially with the 40% offset in these residential roads. And in the parking lot, I guess. The parking lot should also be taking it easy. Although I don't know technically what the speed limit is in the parking lot. It says 15. Okay. Alright, sometimes there's a decent amount of cars here, but it's wide open, so we were able to turn right away. All right. Yep. So we need to immediately get in the right lane here. So that's good. So residential road here does have some stop signs, so that helps keep the speed appropriate. .35 it says. Okay. Well, we're definitely going a reasonable speed for 35. I do think under 35 is more comfortable here, though. So, I think good on FSD for doing that properly. All right, so this is technically a business, so it's probably somebody's house. The residents of the business. So I'm not going to let it park in the driveway if it's going to do that. I don't know that I will let it park in front of the house. But we'll see what it's going to do, and then I'll just move on. It looks like we did complete this well, so even if we just stop somewhere in this cul-de-sac, that'd be fine. It is calling it done. Okay. I don't know why the turn signal's still on. That was weird. They definitely got some interesting Halloween decorations here. I'm going to move just a little bit so it's not so weird. I'll just come up to the stop sign for a second. Yeah, so that was it. We did 3 destinations, and we did have 1 disengagement, not a safety critical one, which was unfortunate because it was really is almost another one of those little navigation things, because I don't think that there was anything that told it that it was not allowed to go straight there. However, from the context of the opposite side of that intersection where there was solid white lines, I knew that you're not supposed to go straight across. So FSD, by just seeing it, should have also known that that was not okay to go across that intersection in the from the turn only lane. Now, the turn lane white markers to show that it was only a turn only lane had faded out a lot, and so possibly that's part of the problem. But again, across the intersection, the lines were very solid and repainted recently, it looks like, actually. So shouldn't have disengaged. I shouldn't have had to disengage there. So it should have been able to figure it out by context that it was not okay to go straight across. But other than that one disengagement, everything else was flawless. I did like the speed profile of the 40% offset. It did make the right choices on what speed to go in all cases. So I might try to keep it at the 40% offset. We'll have to see over time if that bothers me or not. And so that's it for this one. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.